yet to take the ice. And most importantly, the game winner from last night, CJ Parisi, who didn't have a goal in this entire tournament until that semifinal. He's got to be rolling. And quite honestly, all 4 lines of Iowa have to be rolling as they take the ice.
50 years in the making for this Iowa Hawkeyes team as they make their first trip to the Final Four and to the championship game. UMass, this is their first opportunity for a championship game, championship trophy as well. Both teams are on the ice. Once again, we're going to step aside and listen to the public address announcer, the ACHA's finest, Andy Storrs, with the starting lineups and his rendition of the national anthem, and we'll get this one underway. It's the Minutemen, it's the Hawkeyes, it's the Division II National Championship live here on Hockey TV.
Good afternoon, parents and hockey fans and fans watching the live webcast on hockeytv.com. Welcome to the New England Sports Center in Marlborough, Massachusetts for the 2023 American Collegiate Hockey Association Men's Division II National Championship Tournament. Presented by Flo's Hockey and hosted by the New England Sports Center. For anyone in attendance, we ask for the safety of players, coaches, officials, and tournament staff, as well as yourselves, that you please stay outside of the designated tournament participant areas. 4 days ago, 16 teams began their quest to achieve a national championship. And today, after many hard-fought battles, we're down to the final 2 teams remaining in that quest to win the ultimate prize in men's ACHA Division II hockey, the awarding of the national championship trophy to today's victor. Our final 2 teams standing for today's championship game, on the visiting bench, the number 1 seed, the winner of Pool B, the University of Massachusetts Amherst Minutemen. And on the home team bench, the number 4 seed, the winners of Pool A, the University of Iowa Hawkeyes. This is ACHA Public Address Announcer Andy Storrs. Let's begin our festivities this afternoon by introducing the starting lineups for both teams, beginning first with the visiting bench, the UMass Amherst Minutemen. In goal from Weymouth, Massachusetts, number 30, Thomas Haley. On defense from Needham, Massachusetts, number 3, Pierce Penny. On defense from Southwick, Massachusetts, number 19, Zachary Reeser. At center from Santa Rosa, California, number 24, Mitchell Ricker. At left wing from Arlington, Massachusetts, number 37, Cameron Ryan. And at right wing from Dartmouth, Massachusetts, number 26, Scott Sherrod. The head coach of the Minutemen is Mike DeFazio. His assistants are Jamie Megarian, Anthony LaPerriere, and Scott Cook. The athletic trainer is Rob Carney, and the manager is Drew Carlton. Now let's meet these starting lineups for the Iowa Hawkeyes. In goal from Naperville, Illinois, number 32, Justin Howard. On defense from Arlington Heights, Illinois, number 8, Brian Raffone. On defense from Park Ridge, Illinois, number 28, Andrew Page. At center from Yorkville, Illinois, number 15, Jake Carlson. At left wing from Glen Ellen, Illinois, number 18, Zachary Lupori. And at right wing from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, number 91, Ryan Carlson. The head coach of the Hawkeyes is Kevin Brooks. His assistant is Jacob Holtz. The general manager is Lester Griffin, and the team managers are Jamie Kaufman and Alana Holtz. Ladies and gentlemen, would all please rise and kindly Move All Kings. And join me, soloist Andy Storrs and organist Gary Littard in the singing and playing of the Star Spangled Banner.
All right, thank you very much, Andy Storrs, our ACHA public address announcer. A great rendition of the national anthem. The starting lineups are set. Forced for the visiting Massachusetts Minutemen. On defense, it's going to be Zachary Reeser and Pierce Kenny. Up front, it's going to be Mitchell Rickert, flanked by Scott Chirac and Cameron Ryan. For the Hawkeyes, on defense, it's going to be Andrew Poppy and Brian Raffone. And on the front line, it's going to be Jake Carlson, flanked by Ryan Carlson and Zachary Lepori.
Thank you, Lou. Starting netminders for both teams. First, the guest team, the UMass Minutemen. A goaltender, a senior of Weymouth, Massachusetts, Thomas Haley, with 10 games in the regular season, 5 wins, 4 losses, 1 overtime loss, a 2.58 goals against average, and a .915 save percentage. For the Iowa Hawkeyes, they will turn to a junior, Justin Howard, through 19 games, 16 wins, 3 losses, a 1.93 goals against average with a .933 save percentage.
All right, both teams getting their last minute instructions. Head coach Mike DeFazio of the UMass Minutemen and Kevin Brooks, the head coach of the University of Iowa. Boy, these teams, like you mentioned, they've taken different paths to get here, but that's, like Devin mentioned at the top of the broadcast, you could throw all that out. 60 minutes of hockey in regulation time anyways to settle this Division II men's national championship. The Iowa Hawkeyes and the Minutemen of Massachusetts. UMass will come out in their road black jerseys with the red and white trim, red numerals, red helmets. Iowa in their home white jerseys with the black helmets, yellow numerals, black and white trim, going from right to left on your television screen, computer dial. However you're watching around the world, you're on Hockey TV. Quickly, they'll throw one down in the Iowa zone. It'll be lifted back out to center ice. Going back after it will be Pierce Kenny, defenseman out of Needham, Massachusetts. He'll throw it around the boards. Met at center ice. Here comes Chirac. He comes in on goal. And his lane was blocked, and he almost had an opportunity for a backdoor attempt. But making a sliding save was Andrew Pappy, the defenseman out of Park Ridge, Illinois.
Yeah, Howard came out to help him. A little unconfident, kind of uncanny, finding it through his 5-hole. He's got to get this first save out of the game in a way, because right now Iowa has to hold on. This first period for them is going to be so important to them surviving in this game.
There we go, a shot right off the get-go with another one that's whistled wide. Played over in the near corner now. They'll chop at it and throw it around the boards. It'll be chased down by Carlson, but a good play by the Minutemen to hold it in. They'll play it around the boards. Leslie will take it over in the near side. They'll play it out on top. Try to play it out on top. It's loose in behind the goal. They'll dig away at it. Play it out on top. There's a drive, and he scores! Just like that, John McGrath lights the lamp for the Minutemen. 57 seconds in, and it's 1-0 Massachusetts.
Wonderful job at the end boards to win the battle behind. Iowa's trying to rim this on the boards. They can't get it out. It stays in the end boards. They throw it out in front, and who else? their star goal scorer and leader, John McGrath, a senior captain, Anna Marine is right there to shoot that one past the blocker side of their netminder, Howard. UMass off and running under the first minute of this game.
1-0 in favor of the Minutemen. Time of the goal, 57 seconds for John McGrath. And the Minutemen come flying out to a 1-0 lead. Puck loose in the UMass zone as they'll look to regroup. Play it out now into the neutral zone. Leslie will get an assist on that one. Quickly, UMass has it down in the Iowa zone. J.D. Anderson bounced off the puck. Here come the Hawkeyes. They'll try to make a rush up over the line the other way. It's going to be played by Brencheski. Plays it in behind the goal. It'll float over on the far side. They'll dig away at it over there. Puck still loose over in the far corner. UMass tries to get it and clear the zone. They will. They'll play it out to center ice. Potential 3-on-2 the other way. J.D. Anderson drops it off. There's a shot taken by Trishita. Thrown around the boards, held in now to go back out into the center ice area.
Very underrated save there by Howard. He's got to find a way to get comfortable. He's been phenomenal this entire tournament. One of the very crucial reasons that this Iowa Hawkeye team has made the run that they have. But he's got to get that first good save. That was that one right there. UMass is up 1-0, but Iowa, they've got to get up to a good start. Remember, they survived double overtime late in that double overtime against Indiana yesterday, and they are banged up.
Here we go. The face-off will be just outside the UMass blue line. Zillig will take the face-off. He'll go up against C.J. Spillane, and it'll be fought for and brought down finally by Iowa. They'll play it down around the boards and behind the Minuteman goal. It'll be played back there by Haley. The Minutemen now will try to look to clear the zone. They get it out, and it's going to be tipped at the blue line, and they're going to say it was deflected off the bench area. So we'll get a face-off down in the Minuteman zone. 2:16 into this opening period. 1-0 UMass. Face-off will be to the left of Haley, as it'll be taken there by Zilwig. He'll try to go up against Spillane again as they throw it around the boards. Here come the Minutemen out to center ice. They'll try to flip it down into the Iowa zone. They'll fight for it right in front of us. Viola will clear it down into the Minutemen end. Haley will come around out of the net to play it around the boards. Still deep in the Minuteman zone. 2.5 gone in this opening period, a 1-0 hockey game. Ooh, avoiding a hit with an opportunity now. Here comes the Minutemen up over the line. There's a shot right into the bread basket of Howard. He'll hang on. As quickly coming in was Salvatore to try to make it a 2-0 lead already. 4 shots on goal for the Minutemen.
Yeah, this Iowa team yesterday struggled. Their head coach over there, and Kevin Brooks, admitted to me that it wasn't their best game, especially scoring-wise. They were badly outshot, and like we said, they have to find a way to generate some forecheck. They have to find a way to force turnovers.
Here
right
comes
there.
Roush up over the line. He's got an opportunity with a shot. Gloved off with authority that time by Thomas Haley. They had an opportunity with an odd man rush. Instead, we'll get a face-off, much to the delight of this partisan Minuteman crowd.
Now that is the first confident save for Thomas Haley. That was really important. And Luce, you said it. This is a massive UMass crowd here in attendance. They got the NCAA Division I team
There's
here.
a shot deflected by Mueller.
Cheering them on, and the ZooMass crowd.
Over in the near corner, they'll play it in behind the goal. They'll play it back out to center ice. Here's an opportunity again, 2-on-1 the other way. The Minutemen come in with a shot. Whistled wide of the goal. Rebound thrown around the boards. Held in over on the far side with a shot. Blasted over there by Reeser. And we'll get a face-off down. Looks like they're going to bring it just outside the... Actually, they're going to play it back down just right of Howard.
What a stretch pass that was, Lou, there by Chirac to get it up the wing there. That was... UMass is connecting on their passes.
Face-off won by the Minutemen. They'll play it around the boards over on the far side. Held in at the point. LeBlanc throws it towards the net. Ooh, almost an opportunity for the Minutemen. Iowa will lift it out to center ice. UMass has to get onside, but they do rather quickly. There's one thrown towards Howard. He'll glove that one off. So 16:27 to go in this opening period. John McGrath at 57 seconds has given the Minutemen an early 1-0 lead. Face-off will be to the right of Howard. Won cleanly by the Minutemen. Out on top with it, LeBlanc. He'll throw it wide of the goal to try to generate a rebound and a scoring chance. Again, he'll throw it around the boards. And again, This one will get tipped into the netting that time by Lupori, the forward captain out of Glen Ellen, Illinois.
And if you're Iowa, you've done a great job all tournament blocking shots. That's one of the things that their assistant coach over there, Jacob Holtz, told me is their pride and butter, is taking care of their D-zone and blocking shots in front. Not the fastest guys, but they're gritty.
Here we go with that at center ice. They'll throw it around the boards. Played in the back of there by Howard. He'll come out of the net to get it to Muller. Muller takes a little hit for his help, and it's going to be lifted down all the way down into the Minuteman zone, and I believe we will indeed get an icing call. And on that last play, it was not tipped. That's why the face-off was outside the Iowa blue line, so we'll get a face-off with just about 4 minutes gone in this opening period of a 1-0 hockey game.
Once again, this is playing right into UMass's favor. The more they keep Iowa icing, the more they tire them out, they'll get the advantage.
Face-off thrown around the boards, flipped around. Now it's going to be played by the Hawkeyes. They'll play it out to center ice. Skating it down, they'll throw it into the Minuteman zone as Ryan Carlson will dump it down there. The Minutemen there to recover after the puck. Tipped around, held in, thrown around the boards by Jake Carlson. It's played in behind the Minuteman goal. They'll dig away at it back there. Minutemen will try to clear the zone. They lift it up into the neutral zone. Now played out to center ice. Back and forth, 4.5 gone in this opening period. A 1-0 Minuteman hockey game here as they play it down into the Iowa zone. Chasing after it was Popspifil, and he tries to throw it. It's right loose, right out in front. They dig away at it. They chop at it. It's still loose, and it's still held in deep. There's one flipped over on the far side, deflected by Pierce Kenny. Held in at the blue line now. Kenny has it again on top, skates with it. His pocket almost picked. Still loose. They try to come up with it, and Iowa will. Stretch pass a little too strong for Golding. It'll be tipped in behind the Minutemen's goal. They'll shoot it around the puck, held in at the point. Now played out to center ice. UMass will throw it down into the Iowa zone. It'll be chased at down there by Poppy around the boards. It's come up, they come up loose with it. Now it's over in the near side. Lifted up and held in. Still good pressure by the Minutemen here. 14:35 to go in this opening period. Puck played out to the point. They're going to throw one towards the net, deflected before it got to the goal. CJ Spillane will feel that one in a few hours for sure as they chop at it over on the far side. Puck still loose again, the Minutemen with pressure. Played over in the near corner, far corner now in behind the goal. Big hit behind there by Poppy as he throws it around the boards, but the Minutemen hold it in. They've got the pressure on the Hawkeyes here in this early going to this period. Skating it around the goal. Now in behind the net, still chopping away at it. Iowa will try to clear the zone, and finally it squirts out to center ice. They dig away at it as Brencheski will try to make a play on it down in the Minutemen zone. Instead, we'll get a line change. Held in, though. Poppy will try to make a move on the net, but a good play by the Minutemen defense. They chop at it right in front of us. It's going to be played back down by Viola, but they had to touch up on side, so the Minutemen will get control. 13:35 to go in this opening period. Here come the Minutemen now. They get the pass at center ice, but it's stolen away. Viola brings it inside. Tried to make a play on it, but a good back check by the Minutemen. They'll chop at it, throw it down into the Minutemen zone. Pierce Kenny will go back to retrieve the puck for UMass as he looks to outlet it into the neutral zone, and he does as Muller will take it there. Muller got the opening goal last night in that win over Indiana in the opening, or in the third period rather. There's a shot, or a play by Viola, deflected, held in at the point by Muller, throws it towards the net, but UMass right there to intercept and dump it out to center ice. 12:50 to go in this opening period. Again, a 1-0 hockey game as both teams have settled down for the moment. As Elias Fish will throw it around the boards down in behind the Iowa goal. It'll be tipped out to center ice, and this one's going to trickle down into the UMass zone. No icing as they play it around the boards. Held in, and UMass now will try to make a play on it. Here's a chance for Grady over on the far side. He skates one and throws it wide of the goal. Held in at the point by Brickhouse. He plays it in behind the goal. They dig away at it over there in behind the net. There's a shot taken by Mueller and gloved off by Haley. 12:17 to go. Opening period, 1-0 UMass.
You can clearly see the puck possession dominated by UMass. However, when Iowa gets the turnover, they try and come back the other way, and they take these sharp angle shots. Now, I understand you're looking for a rebound, and you're trying to catch Haley not looking, but you have to take more quality shots because you're probably not going to get as many quality chances as UMass will in this game.
Face-off fought for. Iowa tries to center one. It's loose in the slot area. And they still try to dig away. We're going to get a penalty call
Mueller
against Iowa.
Hard. He tripped up O'Leary hard in front there, Lou. And oh my, he's trying to get this puck free. He's trying to find a lane, but he comes back. It's behind him, so he's trying to reach behind his hip. And oh, that's a tough start there for Iowa. Now has to go to the penalty kill. They were great. Let's not forget this. However, I mean, Minutemen, they're flying right now. You can tell they're the more rested team.
All right, on the penalty, it is going to be Mueller. He'll go off for 2 minutes. The time of the penalty is 7 minutes and 53 seconds. And a crucial opportunity for the Minutemen to try to add to this 1-0 lead and create some space. Puck played out on top, over by Kenny. Cross-ice pass. They'll throw it down around the corner. This one will be deflected back out into the neutral zone, so the Minutemen will have to regroup. They'll take the puck out at center ice. They'll skate it up over the line, play it back into the high slot area, drop it off. Reeser has it there, plays it over to Kenny. Kenny and Reeser will quarterback it. There's one thrown over in the far near side. They'll chase after it, try to come up with it. Playing it over there is Rickard, the center. He's got it now. He'll place it back out on top to Reeser. Reeser and Rickard back out to Kenny. Kenny thought about it. His shot blocked that time by Carlson. Over on the far side, 1:15 left with the extra man. Puck still loose out on top. Little give and go over on the far side. Trying to set one up out on the there's an opportunity, and he scores! It's a power play goal. They tried to get the weak side on the right side. Instead, they went backdoor on the left side, and the Minutemen capitalize on the penalty. Time of the goal, 8 minutes and 49 seconds. It's 2-0 UMass.
Originally, you think Cameron Ryan is going to shoot this puck back door, but he kind of gets that too strong and he backs up. That way, though, coming to the other side, unexpectedly catching Iowa behind is Rickard right there to push it home. Initially, Howard has to sprawl and get it moving. That's what UMass did there. Critical was getting Howard moving from left to right. And it's a 2-0 game like that, and UMass has really taken control right now of this game.
Mitchell Rickard gets the power play goal at 8:49, and that's a huge goal as now Iowa back on their heels as the puck is played over on the far side. They try to get it out of the zone, do the Hawkeyes, and they do. They try to kick it out at center ice. Let's see what they can do now as they bring it up over the line. Parisi, who had that game winner in double overtime last night, played it down in the UMass zone, but here comes UMass again. Drop pass, play deflected, centering pass, deflected away. Now it's going to be played back out right at the point, held in by UMass, and they'll throw it down into the Iowa zone. Puck played over in the near corner now as it's played to Brencheski. He'll try to make a play on it out to center ice, and he does. Back now in the neutral zone as UMass will try to add to this 2-0 lead. Oh, they're flying now. There's a pass. Oh, they had a wide open backdoor opportunity. It's just a little high over the stick of Leslie. UMass still has the pressure down in the Iowa zone. They'll throw it around the boards, playing over in the near corner. Played back out on top with a shot. Kicked away by Howard. Played over on the far side. Big rebound, though. Pendergast plays it in. There's a shot. Played over on the near corner again off the rebound. UMass buzzing around the ice now. Played out on top over on the far side. There's a play deflected, and Iowa able to clear the zone. And this one will fall down into the UMass end, but we'll get an icing call with 9:36 to go here in this opening period. UMass with a couple of goals in the first 10 minutes have jumped out to a 2-0 lead.
Great move by Prendergast, Leslie, and a host of others to cycle this around and tire out Iowa. We talked about how banged up they were after that double overtime win. They're riding on pure adrenaline right now, Lou. You can see that their identity is eating pucks, getting in front and blocking shots and relying on Howard a lot. And they're going to have to do more of that right now. It's all UMass right now through the first half of this first period. They got to find some forecheck, and it's got to happen in a hurry. They've been setting traps all week long, and it's been working for them. That one's into the glove of Howard. But right now, just the strength, the depth, the speed of UMass is too much.
Face-off will stay down in the Iowa zone as they play it now to the left of Howard. Actually, now we'll see what they do as we're going to get a media timeout. 9:25 to go here in this opening period. John McGrath at 57 seconds and Mitchell Rickert at 8:49 on the power play. That's been the difference. And to say it's been all UMass in his first 11 minutes or 10 minutes and 35 seconds, it's been an understatement as they've come out flying. 11-4 shots on goal and a 2-0 lead.
And you know, the one thing that you really start to notice, especially in Iowa's end, is they kind of have to pack the box more. They can't really keep up with UMass when they're riding the rim. Sometimes when you have the energy and the speed, you can meet them where they lie, at the end boards, at the corners, and try and get some 50-50 battles. But they're kind of letting UMass just skate around, and that's great to keep them to the outside. But UMass has all week long found a way to find those little inches, find those openings in the slot areas at the points, create traffic in front. Look, they're well experienced. They played with some excellent goaltenders this week, and the likes of Florida Gulf Coast netminder. You know, we mentioned the game against Concordia, how their netminder going into that was going to be excellent. They put up 4 against them. So every time you and I have seen this team, they've always gotten out to the early jump, and that Iowa side just looks, I'm not going to understate it, a little deflated because of it.
Well, we'll find out now as we get out of the media timeout with a big face-off in the Iowa zone. UMass again on top 2-0. This is for all the marbles in Division II, the national championship game. Live here from the New England Ice Center as it's held in at the blue line, played there by Kenny. He'll throw it high in the slot area, deflected over on the far side, now played out to center ice. Here comes Iowa with an opportunity. They'll bring it up over the zone. Trying to make a play on it to come into the slot area that time was Viola, but it's picked right back up by UMass. They'll bring it out over the center ice line, now up over the line. Drop pass with a shot that flails wide of the goal. They'll play it around the boards over on the far side. They'll dig away at it over there, try to come up with it. Now Iowa will throw it around the boards, but it'll be held in at the point. Good play to hold it in by Kenny again. Throws it down in the near corner. It's going to flutter its way around the boards. And Iowa still trying to come up with a loose puck. There's another opportunity. Oh boy, they had 3-on-2 for a moment in the slot area. This play is deflected, and it's going to be chased after by Trishita. He'll throw it around the boards. We'll get a couple of changes for the Minutemen as they look to center one up with the puck in behind the Iowa goal. Minutemen just flying around here in this first 11.5 minutes and change in this opening period. UMass comes up with it in behind the goal. They'll chop at it back there, still trying to come up with a loose puck. Again, loose in the slot area, and UMass able to hold it in as this one's flying over into the near corner. There's another opportunity taken that time by J.D. Anderson, and again, Howard will make the save to keep this a 2-0 game.
And a solid shift there by Anderson, working down low, hard into the boards. Iowa's strength has been their physicality and pressing guys against boards, finishing their checks. But, again, you can kind of tell a little bit of the fatigue level from what they had. This UMass team was well rested. They had a chance to watch that game for hours.
All right. Iowa has it deep in their own zone. They're going to fling it down the length of the ice, and I believe we will get another icing call. Quickly trying to make a play on it was Garrett Grady, but to no avail, and we'll get another face-off deep in the Iowa zone as we approach 7:47 to go in this opening period. 2-0 in favor of the Minutemen on 2 goals. John McGrath at 57 seconds and Mitchell Rickert on the power play. There's one tipped over on the far side. Rickert's goal at 8:49.
And, we have to acknowledge the crowd that's in attendance here for UMass. They actually gave a little bit of a, hey, let's get stands in the building. $10 tickets, Lou. They gave a discount to help get people in the building. And, they've been a fun crowd. And this Iowa crowd, although they're small in bunches, they've been loud.
Puck played in behind the net as UMass will skate it around the boards over now on the far side. Looking for another one. Shouldered into the netting by Howard. And again, we'll get another face-off in the UMass offensive zone with 7:30 to go in this opening period. 2-0 in favor of the Minutemen. Iowa trying to stave it off, try to get a little bit of momentum on their own side. Still plenty of time left in this contest as the face-off fought for. UMass will win it over in the near or far corner. They'll skate it in behind the goal, play it over now on the near side. Back and forth they go, looking to set it up in the slot area. There's an opportunity. Howard makes a big save. And boy, John McGrath knew it too. He came sneaking into the slot. Tried to blow one past Howard, but he said not so fast just yet.
McGrath tries to pick this spot just below his glove side and his left pad. Sometimes a bigger netminder like that can maybe a little heavy take time to get down low and fall to his feet. But, I mean, all week long, Howard has had cat-like reflexes to stop the puck.
Puck played around the boards off the face-off. They still chop at it 2-on-2 over there. UMass desperately trying to get possession of the puck to try to get a little offensive zone action, but UMass doing a wonderful job of keeping the play in that end. This one's going to be deflected down in the UMass zone. Haley will have to play it. He backhands it over on the far side. This one flipped up over to center ice. Now here's an opportunity, but it's played down as Lupari will chase after it over in the near corner. He's bounced off the puck. Mueller will have to hold off till the Hawkeyes get outside. And he's bounced off the puck on a big hit that time. Puck played out to center ice. And now we get a whistle
Casey
the other
Langley
way. And
clock. Wow.
Face-off will be just outside as we get a whistle, and I believe we're going to get a penalty call.
Yeah.
Indeed we are. It's going to be Casey Langley going to the box. So an opportunity for Iowa, down 2-0 with their first power play opportunity. Time of the penalty, 13:28.
Yeah, and Langley's trying to shoulder him off, come from behind the play. They're going to say this hit is a little behind, but he just shoulders him right to the right shoulder.
Casey Langley, 2 minutes for elbowing.
Yeah, elbowing, because he got him a little bit high, although I don't think UMass fans like it, but
here,
very important power
face-off
play
won
now
by
for Iowa.
Iowa as they'll take it now out on center ice. Or I'm sorry, out by the point. Played over on the far side. Now this one's going to be thrown down the length of the ice, and it'll be chased back after by the Iowa power play unit. Puck played now back out to center ice. They'll bring it up over the line, drop it off. Now played back out to the point. They'll try to throw it around the boards. Here's another opportunity. UMass easily able to clear it the length of the ice. They're going to chase after it, but it's going to be played by Howard off the boards out into the neutral zone. Here comes Iowa now. Roush will skate it up over the line over on the far side. He'll try to look to center it. There's a centering try, kicked away over in the far corner. And again, this one will go down the length of the ice. 1:12 left in the power play.
That's great positioning there. Over the wing, helped out by Reiser. In front of that, deflecting that end board centering feed. And
there's a giveaway coming in on goal, short-handed with a shot. Kicked away that time. Milne tried to make the short-handed opportunity work. And there's another play as it's going to be deflected into the neutral zone. Big hit laid that time again by Milne, or check that, by Cameron Ryan.
This almost looked like UMass is on the power play. Iowa has no time to set up. They're pinching off all of the lead passes. They're making life very, very difficult for Iowa to break out.
37 seconds left with the extra man. 5 minutes to go in this opening period. Here comes Iowa back up over the line. Viola will try to make a play on it. And this one again throwing down the length of the ice. So again, this UMass penalty kill playing superbly here in the first minute and 40 seconds of it. 4:50 to go here in this opening period, a 2-0 hockey game. Puck played out in the neutral zone and dipped back into the Iowa zone as they really can't get a whole lot going on this power play as it's played now out into the neutral zone. And it's going to just about eat up the rest of that Iowa power play. So 0 for 1 for the Hawkeyes with the extra man. 4:30 to go in this opening period. 2-0 UMass on top. They'll try to dig away the puck over in the far corner. 2-on-2 over there. Finally, it squirts loose for the moment anyways, and UMass will clear it out to center ice. Iowa has to get onside, so the Minutemen will gain possession. Puck played in the neutral zone. They'll skate it down. Played right in front of us. They kick away at it. Iowa will come up with it. They'll try to play it out to center ice. They do. Back after it, though, is Christopher Roy. He hands it off over to Ellis Vish, and he'll throw it around the boards. Back and forth, almost a steal for Iowa as it's played out to center ice. 3:45 to go in this opening period. 2-0 UMass as they look to set up for more deep in the Iowa zone. There's an odd-angled shot kicked away. There's another centering try deflected in behind the goal. Iowa now will lift it out to center ice, and it'll be down in the UMass zone. They're going to indeed call icing, and that'll bring the face-off back down in the Hawkeye zone.
Well, one player they're trying to get this puck up to for Iowa, who's been great, is Penchewski, the sophomore of Iowa City, Iowa. And again, you know, Iowa a little behind, trying to get the passes. They haven't had a shot in the last 10 minutes of this first period, as UMass, again, just continues to close up the gaps and create their sustained puck pressure.
Face-off, fought for and controlled by UMass. They'll play it over on the far side on top, throwing it wide of the goal, looking for the carom. Instead, it rolls over in the near corner. They'll dig away at it over there, back and forth with 3:13 to go here in this opening period. 2-0 Minutemen. 2 goals in the first 9 minutes, setting up the lead for UMass as they skated around there looking for their first national championship along with Iowa. The puck loose at the doorstep, and we'll get a whistle, stoppage of play. And 2:58 to go in this 2-0 lead for UMass.
It'll be UMass getting fresh change as well as Iowa. Now, if you're Iowa right now, you've been pinned in. One thing you got to try and do is intercept one of these passes at the boards and then try and catch somebody cherry picking on a lead pass. Try and get UMass on a line change because your breakouts haven't worked at all in this first.
Off the face-off, it'll roll over in the near corner as UMass will try to make a play on it, try to set up. Watch out for J.D. Anderson in the slot area looking for the pass, but now it's going to be played over on the far side. They'll skate it back out on top. UMass with patience as that one is thrown wide of the goal. Coming up with the loose puck, though, is UMass as they fight for it with 2.5 to go here in this opening period. 2-0 our score in favor of the Minutemen. Puck in the slot area, now back out on top. Good play to hold it in by Dunning. Now it's going to be played out to center ice. Up the other way, Grady. He throws one towards the net. And that's something that Iowa needs to do. We've seen Haley give up some big rebounds. So a first sign of life as Grady just kind of shrugs his shoulders with 2:17 to go in this opening period, 2-0 UMass.
Well, Grady's not able to get the kind of shot he wants. Bueller's ready, like you say, Lou, to maybe pick up a rebound. Problem is he doesn't skate in deep enough, and Grady doesn't shoot it hard enough.
Here we go. Face-off controlled by Iowa. Poppy will throw it around the boards, played over on the far side. They'll try to dig away at it over there. Carlson comes up with it. Jake Carlson, as it's played over on the far side, they lift it out. There's one thrown towards the net. Again, another big rebound. Poppy tries to play it. They hold it in. A little bit of pressure now as Iowa has it up on top. There's one thrown, deflected wide over into the near corner. They'll chop at it over there. And it's stolen away. Good play by Iowa to hold it in. Now here comes UMass. A one-on-one opportunity. Now they'll bring it up over the line. Try to center it. There's one kicked away by Howard. Played on the rebound by Spillane. He'll throw it around the boards and behind the goal. Still loose now. Iowa will come up with it. 1.5 minutes to go here in this opening period. Puck played out to center ice. Back there by Kenny. He'll just throw it to Howard, and he'll tip it off. 1:25 stretch pass played back out on center ice, left to go in this opening period. Kenny will dump it in behind the boards. Howard will glove it off and hang on. 1:15 to go in this opening 20 minutes of play, and it is 2-0 UMass.
And great job by there with Spillane to drag out Iowa's defenders to that far corner. It opens up a lane there for Rickert, among others, to kind of get into shooting lanes, and Iowa closes it off. Good play defensively, but they've had to be.
There it is off the face-off, thrown in traffic, deflected by Zillig over in the near corner. They still try to come up with possession of it. Finally, UMass does. It's skated loose. Look out in the high slot. Almost an opportunity, but still buzzing around with the puck. There's a shot. Again into the breadbasket of Howard. Pendergrass took that blast from the left face-off circle. 57.6 left to go in this opening period.
And, I had a chance to catch up with Massachusetts head coach Mike DeFazio, and I asked him, man, after that St. Thomas game, it was a gritty game just like Iowa. How well prepared were you? And he said, boy, we are rested, Devin. We are feeling iced up. We're ready to go for this one. We had a lot of time to rest. That one's way up and out of play. And so much of his credit, too, was just the senior leaders on that UMass team. We talk about the leadership, the emotion of Iowa. How about this? Daniel O'Leary, John McGrath, CJ Spillane, just a couple of leaders that have been with this UMass team for a long time. They know what it's like to be on the losing side of a title game, Lou. In 2019, they were semifinalists, and they couldn't finish it off.
Face-off played by UMass as they try to play it around the boards now. Kicked in behind the goal. They'll chase after it there. 38 seconds left in the period. Trying to come up with it, UMass does, but Iowa able to steal it. They'll skate it out of the zone, lift it out into the neutral zone. UMass back there to retrieve it. Kenny will just throw it down the length of the ice. Back in behind the goal as it's going to be played back there by Cornell. He'll throw it around the boards. Iowa with an opportunity now with 20 seconds to go. Kind of a lackadaisical play. Here comes UMass up the other way with a shot. Deflected out of play. Taken by Reeser. Now with 13.6 to go in this opening period. 2-0 Minutemen. Face-off will stay to the left of Howard, as it's going to be played there by Rickert. Puck held in at the point. There's one deflected wide of the goal, played over in the near side. They'll chop at it over there. 7 seconds left to go. Puck held in at the center ice line. Now it's going to be thrown down in the Minuteman zone, and they'll walk it off. 20 minutes into the books on this one. Shots on goal, 18-5 in favor of UMass. They've jumped out to a 2-0 lead. John McGrath at 57 seconds. Mitchell Rickard on the power play at 8:49. So much to the delight of the partisan UMass crowd. They're up 2-0 in this Division II National Championship. We'll step aside after this first period. We'll be back in 13 minutes for the start of period number 2 here on Hockey TV. Welcome back, everybody. 20 minutes in the books here in this Championship Tuesday, the Men's Division II National Championship game between the Minutemen of Massachusetts and the Iowa Hawkeyes. And the Minutemen find themselves quickly out to a 2-0 lead after 20 minutes. John McGrath at 57 seconds, and then Mitchell Rickard on the power play at 8:49. That's the difference. Shots on goal definitely dominated by UMass, 18-5, as I bring my tag team partner Devin Sarah in. Yours truly, Lou Gamlin. And Devin, this was a period dominated by UMass, to say the least, and if it weren't for Justin Howard, I think we'd be looking at about a 4-0 game.
Yeah, pretty accurate about that, Lou. UMass, right out the gate, had a very pretty goal from McGrath, right in the slot area, shooting it past Howard, as you mentioned. And what they've been doing well, most importantly, is taking the puck possession away time. You know, they're kind of forcing Iowa, when they get to the zone, not just the offensive zone, not just to try and pinch off the boards, not just try to break it out, but ice it, and which doesn't allow you to change bodies, doesn't allow you to get off. We know for a fact this Iowa team is banged up. We alluded to multiple times the double overtime yesterday with Indiana, and you can tell maybe some of the nerves getting to their team as well. For UMass, they've got everything they can and more going for them. The bounces, the clean outlook passes, the home ice advantage really showing here. These players have played at this New England Sports Center for a long, long time, and boy, nothing more they want than to win it on home ice with a huge crowd behind them.
Well, as both teams now will come out onto the ice, we'll get a last-minute little skate around, if you will, and then we'll switch sides as UMass, as we mentioned, up to a 2-0 lead. Both teams looking for their first national championship, as they came in different paths, as we mentioned, to get here. UMass, of course, an auto bid qualifier in D2 and #1 seed, while Iowa had to run the extra gauntlet in the regional play in the Central region, as they were a 9 seed, which meant they had to play 3 games in 3 days to get here. And so playing 5 games in 5 days, why not, they said. Is same thing for UMass now with that. We've got 40 minutes left to go here in this one. Still plenty of time as UMass is on top of Iowa 2-0.
And, you know, some score updates. Remember, earlier today we saw Michigan win their first national title over the Flying Dutchman of Hope College. What a big win that was for that team.
Face-off will be jockeyed for right at center ice. UMass will be in their road black jerseys with the red and white trim, red numerals going from right to left as they bring it into the zone. Knocked over in the far corner. There's one centered wide. Iowa will be in their home white jerseys with the yellow and black trim. They'll bring it in on goal. Carlson tried to stuff one pass. He'll be hauled down for his efforts, and we'll get a power play opportunity for the Hawkeyes. That's just what they needed to try to counter those 2 first period goals by UMass. So here comes a power play attempt at 26 seconds into the second period.
Yeah, Iowa needed to come off that face-off draw, the opening one of the period quickly, and they get away there right time being hauled down there as Carlson moving wide. And you can see it. They're trying to keep up on the play, but just hauling him down too quickly over there was Kenny. And this is a very, very important game. They need this to get back in this one.
Here's Iowa on the power play. Raffone played it over on the far side to Carlson. He'll bring it back over on top. Raffone, the leading point scorer for Iowa in this tournament, as one's deflected over on the far side. There's a centering play. They try to stuff it in, and we'll get a whistle and a stoppage of play as Haley will glove it off. 1:41 left in the power play. 19:15 to go here in this second period.
Well, we know one thing. Iowa's been great at the blue line all year long. Their leading scorer was Brian Raffone. He had 25 assists in the regular season, only 4 goals. But that means once they can get out to the point, once they can start sliding the puck, they can open up options and find shooting lanes, especially against a goaltender like Haley. They need to take his eyes away.
Here we go off the face-off. Raffone will hold it in. They throw it towards it and off the goalpost. That's what we talked about, as sometimes Haley will leave some golden opportunities for rebounds. Puck played in the high slot area. They play it over in the near side.
That wasn't even a rebound. That was just a great tip.
Held in by Raffone over on the far side. There's a centering play. Loose. And Haley will gobble it up and hang on. 1:17 to go in this power play. Iowa with some good pressure 18:51 to go in this second period.
There you go. There's a rebound attempt there. Now that's Carlson trying to shoot this one from the near side. He's not trying to score this. He's trying to get it out front because he knows Brian Foran is shooting downhill to the slot area for that chance. But a great job by Haley to find that one both times.
Zillig will go in for the face-off. Won by Iowa. Parise will play it over on the far side. There's a shot up over the top of the goal. This one stays in over in the near corner. UMass is finally able to lift it out of the zone. Coming up on a minute left in the power play. 18:35 to go in the middle period. 2-0 in favor of UMass. UMass fans wanted a penalty call. They're not going to get it. Viola comes up over the line, skates it over on the near side in behind the net. Heath tries one that's deflected in the high slot area, and UMass will try to clear the zone. They do. It's out to center ice. They'll dig away at it right in front of us. Now it'll be squirted down into the Iowa zone. 35 seconds left with the power play. Shots on goal, 18-8 in this contest. The Hawkeyes will skate it out to center ice. Viola will dump it down into the zone. He's bounced off the puck by O'Leary, and they'll throw it down into the Iowa end as Howard will play it around the boards. Big hit over on the far side again. UMass now with some good pressure shorthanded, and this will be thrown down the length of the ice. They will wave off the icing, and this will pretty much eat up the rest of the power play time. 0 for 2 with the extra man is Iowa. Good pressure on it, just unable to connect. There's one. Deflected up over the glass and into the crowd, the partisan UMass crowd. 17:29 to go in the second period. Still 2-0 UMass.
Best sustained pressure from Iowa in this entire game so far. I love the movement there by guys like Raffone, Brzezinski, as well as the winner last night, Parisi. But again, UMass is going to finish their checks because they know, again, how many hits they've taken throughout this tournament. Iowa's a gritty team, but UMass is showing that right back.
Iowa will win the faceoff. Mueller will try to make a play on it. It's stolen away briefly, but then good play to come up with it is Pendergast. His pocket is picked. They try to throw one ahead to the on-rushing Poppy, no avail, or check that to Mueller. And instead it'll come back down in the Iowa zone for a faceoff.
Christopher Roy is such a hustler for them, a junior from Tewksbury, Massachusetts. He just gets those pucks so fast, finds this one away.
Face off to the right of Howard as they dig away at it, loose in the circle. Now played over in the near corner. UMass trying to come up with it deep in the Iowa zone. They do. They'll try to set it up now. It's played in behind the goal. Poked away over into the near side. They'll chop at it down there. Now to play played, held in at the point. Good play to hold it in by Roy. Now played by Iowa in behind their goal. And it'll be deflected. Good play to hold it in by the Minutemen, but Iowa comes up with it. They'll try to rush it down. Grady's bounced off the puck, but with an opportunity. Neary, his shot wide of the goal. Still played down deep in the Iowa zone, but a big hit by UMass held in. There's one thrown and deflected. Here come the Minutemen now. They've got an opportunity with the odd man rush, 3-on-2 on the other side. Milne, he throws one at Howard, but he said, thank you very much. I'll hang on with 16:29 to go in this second period. 2-0 UMass.
Boy, poor, I think that was over there for Iowa. Neary getting crunched to his own boards. Like we said a minute ago, the finishing of checks just completely diluting any of Iowa's puck possession, and they've got to find a way to take care better of this. Maybe get one of their leading scorers to divert players away. Oh boy, they couldn't keep that into the line.
UMass will have to regroup with the puck in the center ice area as this one's deflected up into the bench area of the Minutemen. Coached, of course, by Mike DeFazio. Had a chance to talk to him briefly before the game, and I said, you had a great season. He said, yeah, but right around Halloween, I was ready to tell everybody to get lost. Rough start, he said, but obviously they've rebounded in grand fashion to make it as far as they have as they play it around deep in the Iowa zone. Just about 4 minutes gone in this second period. Roush bounced off the puck. Again, UMass really with some good pressure throughout this contest as it's played down into the UMass zone. They'll dig away at it down there to try to come up with it. Played over on the far side. Held in by Poppy briefly. Now it's deflected out to center ice. Here's an opportunity, almost an opportunity for Milne as it's played down in the Iowa zone. They'll throw it around the boards. Lumber being laid. This one will be a delayed offside as they will have to touch up. Here's an opportunity. Golding with a stretch pass over in the near corner. They'll dig away at it over there in behind. Rolls over on the far side. Still loose over in the far side in the UMass zone. 15-20 to go here in the second period. 2-on-3 for UMass. Stolen away. Here comes Raffone. He'll try to skate it up into the zone. He does. There's the shot. And gloved off by Thomas Haley. He'll hang on. 15-12 to go in this second period. 2-0 Minutemen.
Uncanny mistake by UMass, trying to send a pass right through the center of the neutral zone. I was positioned there, and you could see it, or we could see it on Mike DeFazio's face. A little disconcerned with that, and a better save by Haley to negate that scoring chance.
UMass will win the faceoff as they throw it around the near corner, as it'll be played right up by the blue line. Now here comes UMass. They're going to try to quickly skate it out. Roy will bring it up with a shot off the shoulder, maybe the helmet of Howard. Yeah, it was indeed off the helmet.
It hooked it off. Yeah, that forced him to get the strap on. Good on the officials to see that and let him get it off. And yeah, dangerous play. I mean, Howard doesn't really wear any sort of neck protection over there. He just wears that white helmet with kind of a back strap. So nonetheless, I mean, again, UMass, better position, better job possessing that puck over there. Trying to wrist one over top right corner, doesn't go.
And they'll set up for the faceoff to his left. Carlson will go up against Trishita, and UMass will finally come up with it. They'll play it over on the far side. They'll throw it around the boards, try to chop at it over there. Carlson tries to flick it out. Good play to get it out of the zone. They'll bring it up the other way. Here comes Ryan Carlson. He throws one wide of the goal. This is going to be played right over here. Here comes UMass with a big hit right in front of us. Jeff Carlson laying the lumber on Daniel O'Leary. It's played now deep in the Iowa zone. They'll try to skate it out. They do. Lupari they'll have to touch up as they came in offside, so we'll get a face-off just outside the Minuteman zone. With 14:27 to go, they're going to bring it down into the Iowa zone instead. Shots on goal now 20-9 in favor of UMass. And that face-off comes down into the UMass or the Iowa zone. Spillane will take the face-off for UMass, and he wins that one cleanly. They'll throw it wide of the goal, take a hop in behind the net. It'll be played around the boards, held in at the blue line. Now it hops out, so UMass will have to touch up on side, and Iowa will get possession. Coming up on 6 minutes gone in this second period, still 2-0 as Iowa will bring it up over the line with a shot. Kicked away by Haley. Rebound, tipped high in the air, and it's played right to the right side of the goal, and the Minutemen will come up with it briefly. Now Iowa will throw it back down as they have to touch up on side. Ooh, there was a potential giveaway again. UMass maybe a touch careless with the puck there in their own zone. With 13:40 to go in this second period, they enjoy a 2-0 lead. Trying to stretch it out a little bit. They'll dump it down. They'll get a change. Iowa will come up with the puck. They're going to jostle for it over in the near corner deep in the Iowa zone. Trying to fight for that puck. Now Iowa will come up with it. They'll play it over on the far side. Dig away at it there in behind the goal. Played around the boards. Iowa will chase after to try to clear it again. Good pressure being applied by UMass. Now here come the Hawkeyes. Played up over into the neutral zone area, up over the line. Dudzik will play it over on the far side. He's met there as he tries to center one, but again, UMass there to pick it up and bring it out of the zone. They've got a potential drop ride now, 2-on-1. There's a centering pass right through the goal crease, right back out on top on the left face-off circle. They'll play it in behind the goal. There's a wraparound try, deflected out on top. UMass with a blast right from the right face-off circle, blocked before it got into the goal crease. And this one will roll down right to Haley, and he'll tip it away and give it over to McGrath.
Very hard-working Iowa shift. They were on the ice for almost a minute and a half.
Here's a giveaway here. Coming in with an opportunity is Iowa. But again, good play to get back by UMass, and they'll lift it down into the neutral zone back in the Iowa zone. Boy, Milne with some wheels trying to make a play on it as well. Here's an opportunity now for Iowa. Raffone comes up the line over on the far side. Centers the puck, but it's deflected over on the far side again. UMass able to get back. Now here's an opportunity again. Puck played at center ice. Oh boy, almost a breakaway opportunity that time for Rickard. Iowa will throw it around the boards. Both teams giving up some golden chances here in the last 20 to 30 seconds.
That centering feed was just barely over-connecting there, trying to find Roush on the far side.
Here they come the other way. Good move, but a good poke check as well by Iowa to thwart that one. Here come the Hawkeyes. They'll play it out the center ice. Mueller will bring it up over the line. Drops one off now instead. Played over on the far corner with a shot. Deflected right out in front. And going to be played over there by UMass. They'll lift it out into the neutral zone. O'Leary bounced off the puck, but now here it comes into the Iowa zone. We're going to get a penalty call coming up to the Hawkeyes. As much to the delight to the UMass crowd.
Yeah, Brickhouse tripped up his man, trying to kind of cheat as that player got inside positioning. I think with speed coming over for them was Vish, and yeah, hauls him down. Unfortunate as you see UMass's speed again, just thwarting Iowa. Well, yeah, they try and get this in blow and they can't. And UMass's speed, right at the center line boards there, roughing that was Lupori off the boards.
Face-off will be cleared.
I'm sorry, Anderson, but
cleared out of play.
Point still stands, Lou. You just see it right there. Iowa can't keep the zone, and once they get it out, once they have to move up, they have to do anything they can to stop that break attempt.
Face-off will be to the right of Howard. Pendergast will take the face-off. He'll go up against Carlson. They'll chop at that face-off in the circle area. UMass will come up with it. They'll play it around the boards. Over in the near corner now. Puck held in at the point. Played over on the far side. Back and forth, they'll go with it. Chishita has it there. He'll throw one high up over the top of the goal. Oh, it's loose right over on the far side. Howard lost his stick. Now it's played again in behind the goal. They'll play it back out to Chihita with a drive. Oh, right open net. It's loose in behind the goal. Over on the near side. UMass still with an opportunity with it. Now back over to Chihita. Chihita plays it over to the left side to Roy. He'll throw it down over in the near corner. Big pressure being applied by the Minutemen on this power play. 1:09 left to go with the extra man. 10:25 to go in the second period. And Iowa luckily is able to get it out of the zone, and they'll get some fresh legs, as will the Minutemen. 55 seconds left in this power play. The penalty that time to Brickhouse, as now it's going to be played by the Minutemen out to center ice. They'll bring it up over the line, 2-on-2, over on the far side. About face with it was Chirac. Chirac drops it back out on top to Kenny. Kenny back over now on the near corner with a shot that whistled high over the top of the goal. Played back out on top. Played over there by Kenny. They'll skate it over on the far side. Calling for it was Razor. Now Chirac plays it. Chirac, of course, remember the last of that 2019 team with a shot kicked away over on the far side. Still deep in the Iowa zone, this power play just buzzing around here for the Minutemen as it's played back over on the far side. Out on top with it. Thinking about an unangled shot right into the Iowa emblem on the jersey of Howard. And he'll hang on. 7 seconds left in this power play. 9:25 to go, still a 2-0 lead.
Well, this UMass team is no distraction to adversity. Last year, they lost their pool play because of a tiebreaker, kind of similar to what, if you followed this tournament, UMary lost to St. Thomas, and all that their head coach could talk about in DeFazio was getting to this point. They know what it's like, their coaching staff is, to be on the other side of the shoe. And in this game, so important for them. Of course, it's a national title. It's up and out of play, but all they could talk about this week leading in was how do we overcome any kind of adversity we face. Now, they lost their overtime game to Florida Gulf Coast. We mentioned that, but they were on the beneficiary of that tiebreaker. They won it by 2 goals. Coast had to tie it with 8 seconds left and send it to overtime, but it was all but over at that point because they needed to in order to win the pool, and they couldn't do it.
Yeah, Gulf Coast had to win that game by 2. We talked about it last night, kind of a unique situation as both teams are at full strength, as UMass, even though they lost, they could go into that overtime knowing no matter what, they were going to the semis. So kind of a weird vibe, if you will, going into that game. Puck played around the boards over on the far side. Now UMass will come up with it. They'll skate it out of their own zone, 8:50 to go in this second period, up 2-0. Played over on the far side. They'll try to chop at it over there. Iowa trying to get something going as the puck thrown towards the net. Howard will hang on to it, and we'll get a whistle and a stoppage of play. 8:43 to go here in this second period as we approach our media timeout with the Minutemen up 2-0.
And you know, there's so many great stories on both sides of the coin here. On Iowa's side, they've got a couple of players, you know, emotional leaders. You know, Jake Carlson had some adversity faced in his family. His mother, Michelle, underwent surgery a couple of weeks ago, and his father, Pete, couldn't be here. They've been to basically every single game in Carlson's career up to this point, and he's been with this Iowa team since their beginning. And he's playing with some emotional support, and you know, their fan base wants to send their condolences to them as well, and wishing best, you know, better health. And on their side too, I mean, one thing I heard about them was before that Florida Gulf Coast game, or before their final pool play game against Northeastern, they were crying in the locker room. They were the leaders, the seniors, crying to their teammates, saying, "Boys, this is our time. This is our time to get this up." And they've been able to muster what is a miracle run, a Cinderella run, if you will. They took down Liberty to start the tournament, then Utah State, then Northeastern, who was a hometown team too, by the way, Lou. And, you know, in this game, things have gone less than ideal for them. But they've got a chance here in this zone draw to clear it out, try and look for stretch passes. One of them's got to connect, but there's one thing to know. They've got to be able to finish the play. They've got to be able to capitalize when they have the puck and take care of it.
All right, out of the media timeout, the face-off will be in the Iowa zone, and it's going to be played over in the near corner, and Iowa will come up with it. They'll try to clear it. They do the center ice. Roush bumped off the puck as Brancheski will chase after it in behind the goal. He's knocked down. UMass will come up with it. The puck is loose. Now here we go. Played out to center ice. Bringing it up over the line is Magliosi. He's met right there in the high slot. Played over now on the far side. There's a giveaway opportunity. Shouldered away by Howard, and it's played back down into the Minuteman zone. 8:08 to go in the second period now. 2-0 still in favor of UMass. They got goals in the opening period by John McGrath at 57 seconds, and Mitchell Rickard on the power play at 8:49. Puck played in the neutral zone now to be thrown down in the UMass zone over in the near corner. Both teams will fight for it, and UMass will come up with it, try to play it in behind the goal. They do now over on the far side, back out on top with it. Kenny will quarterback it over there. Centering pass, couldn't come up with it as it's played over on the far side. UMass circling with the puck again, calling for it now over in the near corner. There's one thrown towards the net in traffic, and he scores! Oh, what a huge goal for UMass. Puck in traffic. Howard was shielded, and it's going to be a 3-0 lead. Time of the goal, 10 minutes, and make that 12 minutes and 32 seconds.
Well, this shot comes from the top of the left circle by Magliosi. UMass keeps his own. They send one from the slot area, and they continue on the cycle. Magliosi works this to the left side of the ice. Shot in from the top of the left circle. Reiser, and then Magliosi is in front there to get the tip and take away the eyes and the space of Howard. UMass, with that one now, has really taken the air out of the roller skates there of Iowa and continue what has been a all but dominant game for them.
Big goal for UMass at 12 minutes and 32 seconds. Played around the boards, held in at the point. Corneal will throw it down into the UMass zone. There's one played back as they've got to get on side, does Iowa. Zachary Reiser will get credit for the goal at 12:32. Magliosi will indeed get an assist on it with a shot kicked away over on the far side. So Reiser at 12:32 has opened up a 3-goal lead. Here comes Iowa the other way with a shot. Still loose right out in front.
Oh,
boy.
No, that's an early whistle. That's
oh,
a really, really early whistle. Iowa is livid on that bench there. Head coach Kevin Brooks can't believe it, and I don't blame him because Haley didn't have control of this. He reaches out with the paddle to grab it. The first one there is a Hawkeye too, and they give him the early. Oh man, well, I mean that's a tough break for Iowa.
Face off over on the right side of Haley. Yeah, the Minutemen may have gotten a break that time, but off the face off, here come the Minutemen. They'll skate it out of the zone out to center ice. They'll go back and forth with it in the Iowa zone. 6:36 to go here in the second. Here's an opportunity as it's played right back in the Minuteman zone. They'll try to clear it. They do out the center ice. Now they'll play it down into the Iowa zone. They'll play it over on the far side. They'll chop at it over there. They'll play it around the boards over on the far side. The Minutemen try to come up with possession. Now here comes Iowa. They'll lift it out the center ice. Opportunity possibly for the Minutemen, but they can't come up with it. Good defensive play by UMass to bring it out the center ice. Here's an opportunity the other way. Milne has it, or Ryan rather. Centering play. Oh, wide open net, whipped on that time by Christopher Roy. Puck played over on the far side. UMass they can smell blood right now as they've got it deep in the Iowa zone, up 3-0 in this second period. Puck played in the neutral zone. Neary will bring it up over the line. He's got Mueller charging with them. And again, Haley will cover it up and hang on, and we'll get a whistle. 5:39 to go here in this second period. Zachary Reeser at 12:32 has made it a 3-0 hockey game.
Great to see freshman from Henderson, Nevada, Garrett Gray to get to his feet. He took a really, really hard check at the far red line. So many freshmen. This Hawkeye team has 14 on the roster. 9 are starting today. And the future is bright. This does so much for a program, from recruiting, from funding, to make it this far in the tournament. What a story.
Puck played over on the far side off the face-off. It'll be lifted down into the neutral zone. Brody will play it back into the UMass end, so they'll regroup with the puck. Christopher Roy has it. He slips and falls over on the far side. Iowa tries to take advantage, trying to get something going here, trailing 3-0 with 5:15 to go here in the second period. Puck played over the line, played over now in the near corner. Iowa will chase after it. They'll try to play it out to center ice. They chop at it there. Iowa will chase after it, but again, solid defensive play on the back check by UMass throughout this contest, keeping it a 3-0 game. Shots on goal now, 26-13 in favor of the Minutemen. Iowa looking to stretch this one, tipped into the zone. Lupari tries to go after it, played in behind, or right out in front rather, of the UMass goal. Now here come the Minutemen, 3-on-3 up over the line with a shot, whistled wide of the goal. Rebound comes out over the left face-off circle, right out in front. Howard with the save. It's right there at the doorstep. Oh, a mad scramble right out in front.
Saving grace, Perez.
Boy, oh boy. Iowa.
Baranskiewski finding this puck in the slot. Holy moly, Howard.
Here we go, a steal now. And we're going to get off sides. Oh, man. UMass had a golden opportunity to make it 4-0. But Howard and his defensive crew able to hold them off for dear life with 4:20 to go here in this second period.
Reiser's shot is tipped. It goes wide, and then a second follow-up. He crashes the net. Reiser does, and Howard can't find this one. Baranskiewski, Brzezinski, after everybody couldn't find this puck in front of the net, all these UMass fans are saying, it's loose, and he's the first one there to save grace for Howard.
Puck played out to center ice as Brzezinski will try to make a play on it. He does at center ice. It'll be played, though, back down into the Iowa zone. They look to go back and regroup with it. Coming up on 4 minutes left to go here in this second period. Puck will be played out at the blue line, held in there. Iowa comes up with it. Golding will play it now at the neutral zone. He'll try to throw it into the zone. He's bounced off the puck. Good check that time as it's played back down in the Iowa zone. Tipped over in the far corner. The Hawkeyes will chase after it. Brzezinski will go after it over in behind the goal. Played in behind the net. Still loose over on the far side. Puck played right in front of us. Going to be held in, though. Now here's an opportunity as it's tipped out to center ice. Here come the Minutemen up over the line with it. They'll bring it over the line, but a collision now. There's a collision in the goal, and it's loose. An Iowa player ran right through Howard that time. I believe it was Parisi got knocked down, and he slid right into Howard, but fortunately for the Hawkeyes, nothing became of it. Raffone now will stick work it up over the line over on the far side. He'll bring it in on goal. He tries to make a play on it, but again, a good back check by the Minutemen. 3 minutes left to go in this second period, a 3-0 score. Puck played around the boards deep still in the Minutemen end. They try to make a play on it, do the Hawkeyes. And here come the Minutemen with it. They'll slow it down. Pendergrast has it. And good stick work by Pendergrast to avoid that rush, and now it's going to be played out to center ice. 2:40 to go now in this second period. The Minutemen flying around Iowa looking for an opportunity. Here's a giveaway with a chance. Good stick move. There's one thrown up over the top of the glass, or top of the goal rather. Rebound, one-timer! Oh, rebound by Haley! Oh, the biggest opportunity of the night right there for Iowa, but Haley was there for the challenge.
Viola with that backdoor. Finally a bounce goes Iowa's way, and they settle it down. But Haley, what a save on the other side there, going
Here's
right to
Iowa
left.
again with an opportunity in behind the goal, trying to come up with a goal here. There's a shot deflected wide by Haley over in the near far corner. This one will be lifted out to center ice. It'll be played now, hopped over the stick of the defenseman. We get changes both ways now. Here comes Iowa with an opportunity, and offsides will be the call, much to the chagrin of the Iowa faithful. 1:52 to go here in this second period. 3-0 UMass.
So many great stories on both sides. One of them for UMass is their netminder, Haley. Get this one, folks. 2019 Dallas, he's the 5th goaltender, doesn't make the team. He buys a ticket to their nationals in their semifinal run. Is basically their trainer, fills the water bottles, everything you need for them, and then he makes the roster years later.
Here comes UMass with a shot kicked away by Howard, back out. Now here it comes into the neutral zone. 1:40 to go here in regulation time. Backhand play around the boards and behind the Iowa goal. They'll shoot it around the boards again. Try to make a play on it is UMass. There's one thrown towards the net. Kicked away by Howard. That shot taken that time by Rickard. The puck is played in behind the goal. Rickard with one goal.
Trying to
tonight.
Michigan.
Here it comes now in the high slot area. There's a shot shouldered away by Howard. Still loose in the slot. This one's blocked. Played now on top by the blue line. Played around the boards over on the near side now. 1:05 left to go in the period. UMass again with a lot of pressure deep in the Iowa zone. They'll kick away at it down there. Here's a shot blocked again by Iowa back out into the neutral zone. Lupori will pay the price for that one. 52 seconds left to go in the period. This one will be floated down the length of the ice, and an icing call. 47.3 seconds left. This UMass team flying on all cylinders right now, on top 3-0.
And great puck movement, keeping this one alive. J.D. Anderson is one of those, and they wind up every time. We don't have to tell you there's a shot. You can hear the UMass crowd wind up with the oh every time, because they just hem the zone. And Iowa block shots. Lupor, you mentioned Lou, paid the price, but I mean it's all UMass right now with this sustained forecheck.
Trishita and Jake Carlson in on the faceoff, won by Trishita. He'll take control of the puck. Played over in the near corner. Centering opportunity a little too strong as Michael Dunning will play it over on the far side. It's played in behind the goal now. In behind the Iowa net, they try to get one more opportunity with 30 seconds left to go in the period. Chopping at it, still in behind the goal. Good stick work by the Minutemen. They play it over on the far side. Now it's going to be kicked around, played finally by Iowa. They try to clear the zone, they do. It's out to center ice and down in the Minuteman zone with 12 seconds left to go. Iowa maybe with one last opportunity, but they were offside. They had to touch up. So UMass will play it in behind their own goal. A little bit of pressure being applied by Iowa, but they're going to pin it down on the boards. And that's going to do it. A little pushing and shoving after the whistle. But they'll separate the players as both teams now will head to their respective benches. 40 minutes in the books. Second period goal scored by Zachary Reeser at 12:32 has given UMass a 3-0 lead over Iowa. Shots on goal after 2. UMass 27 and Iowa 15. We'll step aside. We've got 20 minutes of regulation time to go here in this Men's Division II National Championship game. 3-0 UMass here on Hockey TV. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the New England Ice Center here in Marlborough, Massachusetts. We are in Championship Tuesday, and it's the Division II Men's Championship turn. And after 40 minutes of play, for the most part, it's been all UMass as they've jumped out to a 3-0 lead over the University of Iowa, the Hawkeyes and the Minutemen. First period saw John McGrath, 57 seconds in, put one past the goaltender Justin Howard for Iowa, and then at 8:49 on the power play it was Mitchell Rickert. And then in the third period, a tip in by Zachary Reeser at 12:32 has given the Minutemen a 3-0 lead. Shots on goal after 2 periods of play, 27-15 in favor of UMass. Actually, they were outshot 10-9 in that second period, but still, you've got that feel as I bring in my tag team partner, Devin Serra. Devin, it has that feel still of almost total domination by UMass.
Well, certainly because of their puck movement. You know, they've got a really deep lineup that has scoring on all 3 lines. We've seen 3 different goal scorers today for them, including McGrath, their captain, and Rickert, and then, Reiser. And they've done it in a couple of ways, just straight on scoring, beating Howard, tips in front, and really clearing rebounds, and they've just suffocated Iowa in their own zone. This is a valiant effort from an Iowa team that made one of the most incredible runs we've ever seen in recent memory. They beat some good teams, they re-enter the ice, but there's a lot they have to climb. This mountain, it's not over till it's over, we know that. However, UMass has established the forecheck, they've established the puck movement they want, and they can smell it. This UMass crowd majority can smell it. And if they can hold what they've been doing the last 2 periods, they're well on their way to a first national championship, but still 20 to play.
This UMass team was rated one of the top teams in the country all year long. In Division II, they were #1 in their region, so they got an auto berth. Didn't have to go through the gauntlet that was the regional tournaments. Iowa, meanwhile, was the 9th-ranked team in their region, which meant they had to go through 3 days of regional qualifying, not even getting an opening round bye in the Central region in St. Louis, and they made it through that. Got into pool play as a 4 seed in their pool and took down some of the bigger names in Division II, while UMass won a couple of their games, lost a game in overtime to Florida Gulf Coast, but was able to advance. And then, of course, yesterday, UMass with a 4-3 win over St. Thomas, and Iowa with the thrilling game last night, a 2-1 double overtime victory over Indiana, as both teams now come out to the ice. Iowa in their home white jerseys will be going from right to left. UMass in their road black jerseys with the red and white trim red numbers going from left to right on your computer dial, television screen, however you're watching throughout the world here on Hockey TV. Iowa will tip the puck into the UMass zone, but quickly here come the Minutemen up over the line. Puck deflected out into the neutral zone. They'll play it out to center ice, and back after it will go Reeser. He's got that 3rd goal for UMass as they bring it up over the line with a shot, a riser that whistled wide of the goal all the way over, back now into the neutral zone. 35 seconds into this 3rd period, a 3-0 lead for the Minutemen as UMass comes up over the line. They'll bring it up over on the far side. They'll try to center one, but it's going to be held in at the blue line. Puck kicked around, and now finally here comes Iowa. They'll throw it down, and they'll go for a change as we got just about a minute gone in this 3rd period of a 3-0 hockey game. Iowa will throw it back towards the goal, but it's deflected. It's still loose here in the zone with a shot risen up over the top of the goal. Gouling will play it over there now over on the far near side. Iowa trying to make some chances happen as they try to stuff one past Haley. He's been enormous in net when he's had to be here for the Minutemen as they chase back after it in the Iowa zone. Just about a minute and a half gone now as it's played out to center ice. Thrown back down off the side of the goal, off the side of the leg of Howard. As he's also been one of the big reasons why Iowa has gotten here to the finals. That, of course, being the goaltender, Justin Howard. But now Iowa trying to get a couple of goals here to put a little heat on UMass in this 3rd period as they try to claw their way back into this one. UMass will play it out to center ice. They'll quickly bring it up over the line, skate it in the high slot, try to center one. Now they do, but nobody is home. Puck over on the far side. The Minutemen have it there. Iowa will try to make a play on it. Instead, UMass holds it in with a shot. It got to Howard. He was able to kick it away. They'll play it over on the far corner now. Chop and dig at it. 17:45 to go. Now it's played back out into the neutral zone. UMass skates it back over the line. It's tipped. Oh, just wide of the net. That one handcuffed Howard. He's back up now as it's played and deflected out into the neutral zone. Iowa, good play to stay on side. There's a drive kicked away by Haley over into the near corner. This one back out to center ice. Puck played down in the UMass zone. Iowa had to touch up on side. This one a little too strong, and we'll get our first icing call of the period. 17:08 to go, regulation time. 3-0 UMass.
And that one, again, you talked about that handcuffing. Great job by Will Triskela to get inside the zone, get a pressure on through a bunch of poke check attempts, and Howard sprawled out, almost fell down. Saved that with basically his skate blade on the left pad. And again, you know, we like to talk about Howard so much, a goaltender that was originally recruited by Tom Petrusma and the Kentucky roster, and then switched over last minute to Iowa thanks to head coach Kevin Brooks, who's an emotional leader, Lou. We've seen him all week long, so passionate on that
bench. You go through a wall for him, wouldn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Puck played back in the UMass zone as the Minutemen will come up with it. They'll try to play it out into the neutral zone, played around the boards by Magliosi. He had an assist on that third goal as well. Puck played back in the UMass zone. Almost 3.5 minutes gone in this third period. UMass clinging to a 3-0 lead. Puck played back in their zone though. Iowa trying to dig down deep to try to come up with something here against this stingy UMass defense. Puck played over on the far side, back down into the Iowa zone, and they're going to wave off the icing as now Iowa will try to play it down, and now we may get an icing call the other way, and we do. And not what Iowa needs with 16:12 to go in this 3-0 hockey game.
And you know, correct to my previous point, Tim Pergram is the head coach of Kentucky, not Tom Petrusma. He's the head coach of D1 Calvin. Here's the deal, though. Howard, a former AAA product of the Cyclones, Geneva, has done a phenomenal job. And he's only a junior. They'll see him again. He'll be instrumental in the future of this Iowa team.
Face-off controlled by UMass deep in the Iowa zone. There's one. Oh, a juicy rebound left wide open momentarily for the Minutemen. Couldn't connect. They've got it over on top. Now on the high slot with a shot into the breadbasket of Howard. He gloves it. He hangs on to keep it a 3-0 lead with a little under 4 minutes gone in this third period.
Well, another sustained pressure, once, twice, 3 times looking. And, you know, Iowa, again, credit to them blocking shots and what they've always done, be a very hard-nosed team. But right now, UMass is just giving them all they can handle.
Puck played over on the far side as they dig away at it over there. UMass comes up with it. They try to center it on top. There's a shot. Easily saved by Howard, windmill style, as it was taken by Michael Dunning. And that necessitates another face-off down in the Iowa zone.
This group has been really good today, led by their captains, Chirac and Mitchell Rickard at the center position. Again, just such a deep UMass team. In Division II, they're so scary out of the Northeast because of what the future is in store for them, not just with their seniors, but their freshman, sophomore group.
All right, the puck thrown around the boards, played over on the far side by Carlson. Lepori has it. He'll tip it out to center ice, but UMass right there to dump it back down in the Iowa zone. 15:25 to go in this third period. Still a 3-0 hockey game. Iowa trying to get something going. They'll skate it out to center ice with wheels up over the line. Corneal comes up, tries to make a play on it. It's poke checked away from him briefly over in the near corner. They'll fight for it over there. They'll claw for it as they try to come up with it. Still trying to kick away at it down in the near corner. Now it's going to be played in behind the goal over on the near side. They'll chip away at it there. Played around the boards now in behind the goal. UMass will come up with it. They'll play it, hold it in at the point. Hopped over the stick of the Iowa player. They have to get on side now, and they do. Lupori has it, tries to center it. A little too hard for Jake Carlson as it's played over on the far side. Lifted out back into the neutral zone down in the Iowa zone. And we'll get an icing call on the Minutemen and bring the face-off back down into the UMass zone.
Well, a rare icing, not in favor of UMass, as they do a wonderful job that time just filling out the lanes. And this group right here has been cold turkey, but they've been scoring a lot this week. Brynszewski down the middle, Rapone at the line. We've mentioned him having so many points in this tournament. But the last two games, that one's going to be settled by Haley. Hasn't been able to find it. And then the winner from yesterday in double overtime, Parisi. And you know, the communication might be a little bit thin now. You can see them just gingerly skidding around. They're trying to find options. But UMass is just, again, done such a great job on both ways.
You mentioned CJ Parisi. He's going to have a memory that lasts forever with that double overtime winner last night against Indiana as it's played back out on top. Iowa skates it around over on the far side, looking to throw one towards the net. It's loose right out in front. They dig away at it, and Haley will come up with it. And we'll get a little get-to-know-you session over to the left of Haley. They'll separate now with 14-12 to go here in regulation time. A 3-0 lead in favor of UMass.
And how fitting would it be for Healy? You know, he still needs to hold on 14-12, looking for his first title as a starting netminder. You know, we said the story in the second period, a former scratch goaltender, worked his way to the lineup, an excellent example of hard work and dedication to not maybe be the best player out of your high school play, but work your way into a starting job.
Off the face-off, UMass. Oh, a big hit. Pappy on the hit. Leveled J.D. Anderson.
Oh, he's showing him hard, yeah. I think they're going to get a whistle here on Pappy, yeah. Because he elbowed him up high. Didn't mean to, but I think they're going to get him here for that.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Well, yeah, the referees that paid to get in from UMass agree with the call that time as the face-off will go down in the Iowa zone as the penalty on Pappy at 6 minutes and 3 seconds.
Paid to get in. That's a great point, you know. They gave discounted tickets out here to everybody for this Division II championship. What a crowd on hand to witness this one. And it's going to be a roughing call on both sides. Iowa traveled well, so did UMass. And trying to go on home soil here to hold on for 13:50.
Pappy got that roughing call, and now UMass will go on their third power play, 1 for 2. They got that power play goal at 8:49 in the opening period. Kind of a greasy goal by Rickert, but he'll take it off the rebound as it comes in. There's one, and we're going to get a whistle. And that's going to, I think that's going to end that power play rather quickly.
Yeah, they got to send off Milne for crashing, sorry, Cameron Ryan for crashing in hard. I think that might get him for a roughing call as well. Unfortunate, and some open ice to work with. This, again, is...
Well, they'll bring the face-off down in the Massachusetts side on that roughing call as he went into Howard. Howard's a big boy. I'll tell you what, he towers over a lot of people, but when anybody's coming barreling into you like that, it's not going to take much to feel it. Now here we go. UMass will bring it up over the line. We got 4-on-4 hockey for 1:29. Charging the call as Ryan barrel rolled practically into Howard, but here comes UMass up over the line. They'll play it over on the far side, 4-on-4. They'll skate it around as Kenny will play it out on top. Play it over on the near side now. He'll throw one towards the net. That flailed wide over the top of the goal. Now here again with an opportunity. Centering play, tried to go back door as this one was tipped into the netting and out of play with 1:01 to go in the 4-on-4. 12:58 to go in regulation time. UMass hanging on to a 3-0 lead.
Right there, Raffone taking away the passing lane, trying to go across ice. And he's only a freshman Iowa fan from Arlington Heights, Illinois. He's going to be a staple at the blue line, someone they're going to want to build around as they continue to build this program up.
Off the face-off, UMass with a shot blocked, still over now in behind the goal. They try to set it up over in the near corner. Skating behind the goal. He tried to stuff one past, maybe center it, but now here comes Iowa. They're going to try to make something happen. Rush comes in over the line. He's bounced off the puck, played over in the near corner. They'll dig away at it over there, try to come up with it. Still loose over there. Bodies flailing around over there. as we are down to 12:25 left to go in this third period. Iowa still trying to make a play on it. Held in, there's a shot. Didn't get a lot of wood on that one as it's played over in the far corner. Iowa desperately trying to get something going here in this third period, trailing 3-0. UMass continuing. Chirac, he'll bring it up over the line. He gets the drop pass back, comes in on the other side, tries to center one, and nobody home there, but here comes UMass again. Chirac tries to center one again. There was a wide open backdoor opportunity. Played in behind the goal. They still dig away at it over on the far side. Puck loose over now, right out in front. And Howard will glove it off and hang on. 14 seconds left now in the power play for Iowa. 11:46 to go here in this third period. 3-0 UMass.
Chirac's trying to show off right there, trying to go between his legs and find this from his twig to put it home. And just missed it, played it for a bit, but he got this UMass crowd excited. As you can tell, they're just saying, keep this up, boys, keep it up, because they are well on their way right now in this game.
Puck played back in the Iowa zone as both teams will be at full strength here shortly with 2 seconds left in the power play. Viola tried to do a little nifty move to get in on goal. There's one thrown there by Zillig to Haley, and he'll hang on to it. 11:25 to go now in this third period. 3-0 UMass. They'll separate, and we'll get another face-off down in the UMass zone. The UMass crowd's really starting to get into it now. They can begin to maybe sense something here with about 11.5 to go in this one. Puck played out at center ice. They'll chop at it right in between us. Try to come up with possession of the puck. Rudzig, Kenny trying to make a play on it. Zillig. Also CJ Spillane as he's able to dump it down into the Iowa zone. They'll throw it around the boards, and this one will deflect up into the crowd. And 11 minutes exactly left to go here in regulation time. 3-0 Minutemen. Shots on goal now 33-20 in favor of UMass. Face-off will be to the right of Howard. CJ Spillane will take the face-off as he'll go up against Zillig. Won by the Hawkeyes. They try to clear the zone. Parise trying to chase after it as well as it's played over on the near side. Check that Dudzik, and he played it back, and now here comes Iowa. They'll shoot it around the boards, held in at the point. There's a shot, rebound in the slot area, deflected out to center ice. Here comes Zillig. He'll try to make a play on it over on the far side. Again, good play to cut the angle off by the Minutemen. They'll throw it around the boards, held in at the point, but dumped down by Raffone into the far corner. UMass plays it around the boards, held in. Now played out in front. There was a centering play, deflected again. Viola tried to sneak in back door, and this one's deflected. And we'll get another stoppage with 10:19 to go. We'll get our media timeout. My tag team partner, Devin Sarah, yours truly, Lou Gamlin. 3-0 our score. Devin, it's just about desperation time if you're Iowa. If they've got anything left, they're going to have to dig in to get it now.
Well, you're definitely looking now to try and catch UMass on a line change or some sort of intermittent over that. But, you know, there's been some dominating performances today. I don't use that lightly. I think UMass has taken it. But, again, Iowa's had a great run. Here's one story that's phenomenal that I heard the other day from head coach Mike DeFazio. Their captain, John McGrath, a senior of Wilbraham, Massachusetts, is a Marine. He's getting ready to get shipped off soon in just about 6 or 7 months' time. And his one goal since being on this team, you know, one of the other players that's older on this is Scott Schrock. He's the only grad student, the only member of that 2019 semifinal team that unfortunately didn't make it to finals for them. But how fitting would it be for one of their 4 captains to go out on top before serving his country, before saluting his fans to finish this game off? It's 9 seniors on this roster in total that have waited their moment, have, after last year, heartbreakingly losing their pool in a tiebreaker, have found themselves on the right end of things, and 10:19 to go are going to be on, are holding on now against Iowa to that title.
Face-off now being played by UMass as they'll skate it out to center ice. They'll bring it down into the Iowa zone in behind the goal. Loose right at the left of the goal. Iowa will come up with it They'll play it out to center ice. Here it comes up over the line. Neely with a blast deflected in the slot area. Still loose now as it's deflected over on the far side. Over halfway through this third period. Puck still loose now. UMass will punch it out into the neutral zone. Here comes Anderson the other way. Nifty move to bring it into the right face-off circle. Puck played out to center ice. Here's an opportunity for Iowa. Here comes Muller up over the line. Played for a centering pass over in the near corner now. Puck played over there, played back out, held in. Good play to hold it in by Iowa, but now here's an opportunity for UMass. Pass a little too strong. They'll slow things down. J.D. Anderson and Trishita. They play it back and forth over on the far side. This one will be lifted out to the blue line. Now here comes Mueller. He'll bring it up over the line, but back is UMass to try to cut off the angle. There's a shot. Kicked away over there by Haley. Puck played over on the far side and a big collision as well over the near corner. Now here comes UMass again. 9 minutes to go in regulation time. Mueller will chase back after it, play it around the boards. It'll whistle its way out to center ice. Thrown back down by Pierce Kenny. He'll play it around the boards down in the Iowa zone. UMass again buzzing around, trying to get control of the puck. They've got it in behind the goal. Now they'll play it over on the far side. It's tipped around and back out to the blue line. Played over there. There's one thrown. It's loose right out in front again. And it's going to be played over on the far side. UMass again with a lot of pressure with 8:28 to go here in this third period. Poked out to center ice. Here comes an opportunity. Carlson will come up. Ryan Carlson over the line. He's trying to feed Lupari as it's played over on the far side. Now out to center ice. Here comes UMass. They'll bring it up over the line. Drop pass over on the far side. Shot wide of the goal. Played over in the near far corner now with 8:05 to go. Iowa has to get something going here quick and often, as this one's going to be played in behind the goal. It played offside, so Iowa will get possession with 7:50 to go. Puck over the line over on the far side. Deflected, held in at the blue line. Now back out to center ice. Iowa has to touch up on side. 7:40 to go here in this third period. The UMass fans can smell it. They're starting to edge over the railings now as it's played out at center ice. Puck over the line. Scott Chirac will go after it over in the corner. He as well as Rickard. There's a centering play deflected over into the near corner. 7:20 to go in this one. UMass up 3-0, wheeling and dealing now as it's played over in the near corner. Played out at center ice. Dunning gets his pocket picked. Played back in the neutral zone still. Up over the line. Golding has it. He drops it off. Whipping on it is Parisi. UMass comes up with it. Collision in front of the UMass goal. Puck played out now in the neutral zone. Coming in on goal all by himself. The move, the save, the move by Chirac. And the save by Howard to keep it a 3-0 lead. As 6:53 to go here in this third period. Shots on goal, 37-22 in favor of UMass.
Scott Chirac, he smiled coming back to that bench. Taps trying to toe drag swag that one, and a little too much to handle right there. And Howard played it well, and you can tell they're having fun over there on the bench. They're all smiling, they're all talking. You know, Mike DeFazio, great job again by this head coaching staff, getting this team ready. You mentioned the midseason woes by Halloween. Since that, they haven't looked back. Number 1 seed in their pool, advanced mightily over Concordia, advanced over Florida Gulf Coast, and St. Thomas. And yeah, they're feeling it.
Off the face-off, UMass whiffed on it at the blue line, but they were able to backtrack with the puck now. 6:40 to go in this third period. Still a 3-0 hockey game for UMass. 2 first-period goals, John McGrath and Mitchell Rickard, and then a second-period goal by Zachary Reeser at 12:32 as we get a touch-up for a offside or icing play, and this will bring the face-off.
And, you know, we highlighted this is UMass's second time in recent memory at the semifinal. 2019 was their last one, and now this side has won a national championship. And boy, you know, all the talk coming in was UMary, the reigning back-to-back national champions. They got eliminated early.
There's a shot in traffic, kicked away as LeBlanc tried to get on the scoreboard. Puck played around the boards now, played in the near corner. Yeah, you mentioned UMary. Now they're going to be moving up to D1. Their reign is over. Puck played in behind the goal. Still loose over on the far near corner. Iowa tries to clear it, and it's going to be cleared up into their cheering section to our right with 6:05 to go. You mentioned some of the stories real quick. Blake Brancheski was in a house fire a while back and suffered third-degree burns all the way up his arms. There was talk he'd never play hockey again, and here he is in this final game with his Iowa Hawkeyes on this great run all the way to the championship game. First time in their 50-year history as a club team. 5:55 to go here in this third period. 3-0 our scores. Howard will glove this one off and hang on. So, like you mentioned earlier, Devin, great stories on both sides.
Well, certainly so, and the future is bright for both of them. And making it this far in this tournament does so much for recruiting. You know, this is a hometown soil in UMass's favor. They know they've got recruits there, and you've got people here that are looking, maybe you're a Boston high school student going, hey, maybe this is a good option for me. And the ACHA has done a wonderful job providing an alternative path point for college hockey players and that maybe don't want to go the scholarship route, want to go to a big-name school and get a degree. And it's a great job. This tournament's been phenomenal. First time in a while we've had all 5 divisions under one roof, and we've named 3 champions. We're trying to name a 4th here, the last of 2 today.
Puck will be played in the neutral zone, back in the UMass zone as we're approaching 5.5 minutes left to go here in this third period. Puck flies over on the far side. Played over there. Iowa tries to come up with it, trying desperately to get something going now. Time definitely not on their side. There's a shot, and he scores! Thomas Milne with the goal, and he comes over to his UMass faithful to start celebrating. Time of the goal, 14 minutes and 39 seconds. It's 4-0 UMass.
Up the rush, it's a quick dump in. Howard stops this one to the far half wall. Iowa tries to get it out of the zone, and it's a great poke check. Keeping it alive there was Prendergast. Prendergast finds this one to the slot, gets it across there to Milne, and he pushes it through the 5-hole of Howard. And you see him, good luck finding him in that celebration of the UMass Sea of Faithful. Boy, oh boy, 5:21 is left, and they are on their way, Lou, to a first national title.
They can definitely smell it now. Iowa definitely in desperation mode as the puck is played down into the UMass end. Held in at the blue line. They'll play it over on the near side with a shot kicked away by Haley. Over in the near corner, we'll get a whistle. And looks like we'll get an interference call coming up. And they'll separate the players. And we'll get a UMass penalty. So Iowa will get an opportunity one more time with the extra man. Time of the penalty, 14:58. Shots on goal, by the way, now 39-22. And again, Thomas Milne, that goal at 14:39.
That's right, second penalty of the night. And some life for Iowa. You haven't really been able to stay in a forecheck all night. And another great, that time, draw win, and then dumping it the length of the ice, and Howard has to settle it. But let's see what Iowa has in one last push here.
Here we go with 4:48 to go in regulation time. Now a 4-0 hockey game. UMass comfortably on top as they will clear the zone down to 1:35 left in the extra man. 4:35 left in this one. Iowa 4-0 they trail now. UMass on the short-handed makes a nice play. Daniel O'Leary as they bring it up. Here comes Jake Carlson. One hands it towards the net with a shot. Rebound. Gloved up by Haley. And some pushing and shoving going on after the whistle. And they'll separate them as Haley keeps the puck in his mitt to keep the shutout going.
DeFazio over there on the bench is just saying, hey, be chill, be chill. We have time. Don't need to get in a skirmish at the end here. And what a story it would be for Mike DeFazio, head coach, a former player, along with his assistant, Jamie Majarian. This is a lot of former players on this UMass squad, and they've done a great job recruiting, great job using that, and you can already see their scratches starting to get their uniforms on behind the near half-wall glass.
4:20 rather left in the third period. Face-off controlled by Iowa now as they look to try to get one towards the net. This one thrown wide over in the near corner, and this one will be cleared down the length of the ice. Down to 1:05 left with the extra man for Iowa. Coming up on 4 minutes left to go in regulation time. UMass can smell it. They're on their way. Puck deflected wide of the goal. Puck now rolled out to the neutral zone and back down into the Iowa end, as Howard will come out and tap it away, as Iowa will slow things down. They'll play it out to center ice. Roush has it. Cross ice up over the line. Dropped off. Here's a little give and go. Roush tries to throw one towards the net. Blocked away before it got there. Puck played over in the near corner now. 30 seconds left in the penalty. 3.5 to go in this one. They chop at it in behind the goal. Puck played over on the far side. And this one's going to be deflected up off the roof and out of play. 22 seconds left in the penalty to Ryan. 3:23 to go here in this third period. UMass on their way, it appears, to that first potential national championship.
You know, the most interesting part about this crowd, I feel, is they actually got the NCAA Division I team here in attendance. A wonderful job spreading the word. And a Twitter account called the UMass Faithful called ZooMass. It's a group of students at UMass that love to watch all their sports, and they've really come out in bunches today. And how fitting, here on home soil. 3:14 is to go. Like you like to say, Lou, they can smell that in the nostrils.
Here we go. Puck played out at center ice. Rhodey will play it in the neutral zone. Viola will throw it around the boards, played over on the far side. They'll play it towards the net. Haley will glove it off and hang on. 2:59 to go in this one. We talked about UMass. They were the #1 seed in their pool. They were the #1 out of the region, the Northeast region. Iowa, #9 seed out of the Central. They had to fight 3 days of regionals to get here. A 4 seed with that shot blocked and held on to by Haley. They made it through the gauntlet just to get out of the regionals. A 4 seed here at Nationals. They're through their region 3-0, or their pool 3-0. Won a thrilling double overtime game that they'll always remember. What a game that was yesterday, as both teams are at full strength. 2:45 to go here in regulation time. Here comes Iowa with an opportunity now. Centering play a little too strong. UMass comes up with it. They'll just skate it out of the zone. Up over the line, coming up with it is J.D. Anderson. His shot kicked away wide, held in at the blue line. Iowa trying to make an opportunity here. They'll bring it up over the line. Here's a pass for Neary with a shot. Backhanded, but big save that time by Haley with 2:18 to go here. Puck played over on the far side. Iowa trying to hold it in. They'll play it over on the far corner now, lifted out, held in. 2:05 to go here in this third period. Puck lifted down into the Iowa zone. It'll be played out of there by Howard to Viola. Under 2 minutes to go in this one now, played in the center ice area, as Dunning will play it up over the line. There's a shot, long rebound, kicked away over on the far side. 1:45 to go in this one. 4-0. UMass is just 102 seconds away from a national championship. They'll play it deep in the zone now, in behind the goal, in behind the Iowa goal now. 1.5 minutes left to go in this one. UMass on their way. Here comes Iowa though, 3-on-1. Parisi with a centering pass. It whistled wide. Puck loose in behind the UMass goal. This one will deflect high off the glass. This one will roll down into the Iowa zone. We'll get a change for the Minutemen. UMass can smell it. Their fans are ready to celebrate. Puck down into the Iowa zone now, as we are down to 1 minute left in this Division II National Championship game. UMass's fans are on their feet. You can hear them to my left. Puck played in the Iowa zone. Puck loose on the right faceoff circle. 45 seconds left to go. They'll play it over on the near side. Iowa skates it around the boards now, 40 seconds left. UMass with the journey just about complete. Their first national championship is within reach. They'll bring it up over the line. Nifty move, dropped up with a shot up over the top of the goal. 25 seconds left to go in the period. There's one that whistles wide of the goal. 20 seconds left. 15 seconds left. They've got a centering pass right out in front. There's another one right out in front again. This one's poked out back in the UMass zone. 8 seconds left. 7 seconds left. 5 seconds. There's a new king of the mountain in men's Division II, and that king is the UMass Minutemen. A 4-0 win. They are the 2023 ACHA Men's Division II National Champions. A big win for the Minutemen from start to finish this afternoon. They dominated the Iowa Hawkeyes in a convincing 4-0 victory over the Iowa Hawkeyes, and UMass, as we mentioned, are the new national champions. Congratulations to the Iowa Hawkeyes for a phenomenal run to the national championship game, as I know they'll be disappointed for a while, but they've had one heck of a run. But all salute the 2023 national champions, the UMass Minutemen.
An excellent national championship game for UMass. So many emotions, so many great stories. We highlighted last year being knocked out of pool play, losing the tiebreaker. In similar fashion to how the reigning back-to-back national champions, reigning no more, UMary won it or lost it this year. And a first national title for Mike DeFazio and for John McGrath, a captain who's ready to leave his mark on this team. And in front of this home soil crowd, Lou, first national championship.
Yeah, they started out quick out of the gates here this afternoon, as we mentioned. It was John McGrath, 57 seconds in, to give UMass a 1-0 lead. Then Mitchell Rickard on a beautiful power play goal at 8:49 made it 2-0 in favor of UMass. And then in the second period, Zachary Rickard with the goal. 3-0 was the score after 2 periods of play. And in that final period, Thomas Milne, 14:39 to make it 4-0. And Thomas Haley able to get the shutout for the Minutemen. You mentioned it all weekend long. He made a long journey with the Minutemen, and it's paid off as he gets the shutout in goal, as they do what is, in my opinion, the best tradition in all of sports, the handshake line down center ice, as these two teams fought long and hard, as the Minutemen will start to celebrate again their national championship with that 4-1 victory here this afternoon.
And what a group for Iowa on their side. 14 freshmen on the roster. We talked about how they had their emotional leaders come through this year, and it was a beautiful run. And they'll progress in their program. It'll be a great highlight for them to make this national final. But you mentioned it, the winners, and so much respect now between both these programs. And a great job to Iowa's head coach once again, Kevin Brooks' assistant, Jacob Holtz. This is an incredible tournament, Lou. We saw 3 different divisions ourselves. We've seen 4 champions crowned so far, and UMass joins that group in what was an excellent Division II tournament. I saw lots of drama, lots of upsets. The first time 2 4 seeds against each other in the semis, and a 4 seed against one in the final. It's UMass who gets the better of them. They're going to win their first Radakovich Cup.
What we're going to do here, as soon as the handshake line is over, they're going to go to their respective sides and get the awards. We'll stick around for that, as both teams will get their well-deserved awards, and they'll announce the all-tournament teams, then the Division II tournament MVP, and then the victorious UMass Minutemen will get to celebrate with the cup, as they are indeed the national champions with that 4-0 win. Wow, just again a dominating performance from start to finish for the Minutemen.
And you know, we highlighted the semifinal. They had a hot start against St. Thomas University. They were up 3-0 in that first. They were up 7-0 after 2 periods over Concordia in one of those pool plays. And they just always had fast starts. They had another one in this one. And they really from there could control the pace they want. They could move the flow. So much depth, so much scoring. And we'll get ready to turn this to our program address announcer, Andy Storrs, with the presentation of the national title.
We'll begin our ceremony. The American Collegiate Hockey Association would like to congratulate both the University of Massachusetts Amherst and the University of Iowa on a great season and a great national tournament. We would like to begin the ACHA Men's Division II National Tournament Awards ceremony by thanking all of our fans that have joined us here in Marlborough, Massachusetts and those watching our official ACHA broadcast on Hockey TV. The national tournament brought together the top 16 teams in the country from east of the regions, west, southeast, northeast, and central. A special thank you to our hosts, the New England Sports Center, for working with the ACHA in hosting the 2023 ACHA National Championships. We would also like to thank the staff here at the New England Sports Center for their unmatched help this week. First, we would like to recognize the following players that have been selected to the all-tournament teams. Second team, forward, Ricky Mingolelli, UNH. Forward, Sean Leslie, UMass. Forward, Blake Berenzewski, University of Iowa. Defenseman, Johnny Witzke, UMary. Defenseman, Brian Raffalone, University of Iowa. Goalie, Justin Howard, Iowa. And now our first team selections. Forward, Cameron Ryan, UMass. Josh Hermes, St. Thomas. Lucas Krenzik, Concordia. Defenseman, Josh McGrath, UMass. Defenseman, Henry Whitleff, Indiana University. And goalie, Sam Hopner, St. Thomas. Will the following individuals come forward when announced to receive your national championship medallion? We will go in numerical order. Number 3, Pierce Kenny. Number 4, Colby Magliosi. Number 5, Ellis Bish. Number 6, Joey LeBlanc. Number 8, Sean Leslie. Number 9, Will Trischita. Number 10, John McGrath. Number 11, Christopher Roy. Number 12, Daniel O'Leary. Number 13, J.D. Anderson. Number 14, C.J. Spillane. Number 16, Sean Prendergast. Number 17, Michael Dunning. Number 19, Zachary Reiser. Number 21, Casey Langley. Number 23, Nicholas Salvatore. Number 24, Mitchell Rickert. Number 26, Scott Sherrock. Number 27, Thomas Milne. Number 30, Thomas Haley. Number 35, Trey Peterson. Number 37, Cameron Ryan. And the staff members, head coach Mike DeFazio. Assistant coach Jamie Megarian. Assistant coach Anthony LaPerriere. Assistant coach Scott Cook. Athletic trainer Rob Carney. And team manager Drew Carlton. We would like to recognize this year's runner-up, University of Iowa. Will captain number 18 and captain number 19 please come forward to accept your national runner-up trophy. Now the presentation of the MVP Award. Your 2023 American Collegiate Hockey Association Men's Division II National Championship Tournament Most Valuable Player goes to, from UMass Amherst, a forward, number 37, Cameron Ryan. And now, will the captains from the winning UMass team please come forward to accept the American Collegiate Hockey Association Men's Division II National Championship Trophy, the Radakovich Cup. Accepting for UMass, our captain, Scott Chirac, and assistant captains, John McGrath, Daniel O'Leary, and C.J. Spillane. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2023 Men's Division II National Champions, the University of Massachusetts Amherst Minutemen. Thank you all for coming and supporting your teams this year. We hope to see you all at the 2024 ACHA Men's Division II National Tournament hosted by the Centene Community Ice Center in St. Louis. And the St. Louis Sports Commission.
Well, there we go, everybody. The presentation of the MVPs. Congratulations to number 37, Cameron Ryan, on becoming the tournament MVP for this 2023 Men's Division II National Championships. And again, a well-deserved trophy, a well-deserved run for UMass. They are the national champions with that 4-0 victory over Iowa.
Certainly, and what a fun weekend for all 16 teams in Division II in action. We had some great stories. Iowa was one of them. Indiana also, credit to them, another 4 seed making it this far. And St. Thomas, the semifinalists against UMass in their first national title appearance. And for this team, this UMass team, this is only going to grow from here. This squad is not going anywhere. We mentioned the depth. They've got multiple freshmen on this roster, a number of scratches that didn't get to play but got to wear their jerseys on the ice with the presentation. And boy, oh boy, this is only going to set up what's going to be a great season next year in Division II. We'll have maybe another new champion, maybe some more reigning champs. And boy, oh boy, it was a lot of fun this year. And what a season, what a tournament. And what a year for the UMass Minutemen in particular. Luke Gamblin, it was a lot of fun to call games with you this weekend. I had a blast.
Devin, Sarah, it was fun for me as well to be with you for 5 days, as we saw a lot of great stories in all the divisions, men's 1 and 2 and 3, women's D1 and D2, and it all culminates with something like this. With the UMass Minutemen, they're the new kings of the mountain, as they were victorious in 2023 as the men's Division II national champions. Well, that's going to do it for our broadcast here tonight, as we're going to let the UMass fans and their players celebrate real quick, and then they got to get off the ice, because coming up next It's going to be the Men's Division I National Championships here on Hockey TV. It's going to be Minot State, the #1 seed, and Adrian, the #2 seed in the Men's Division I, doing battle for the right to be called the 2023 Men's Division I National Championships. Thanks everybody for joining us this year. As Devin said, it's been a lot of fun, and I can't wait until next year for us to be able to be on the broadcast again. For my tag team partner one more time, Devin, Sarah, yours truly, Lou Gamlin, saying keep your heads up, keep your sticks down, and as always, keep your minds open. Thanks for joining us. Congratulations again to UMass. They're the 2023 Division II ACHA National Champions. So long, everybody. We'll see you soon here on Hockey TV.